Get ready for a downhill race where the rigs are small, but the mayhem is massive. I'm Chad Booth. Today on At Your Leisure, Darren, Kinder, and I are customizing our own Barbie Jeep, then running head-to-head in a race to victory where most competitors never cross the finish line in one piece. From there, Stephen Human finds art and adventure in one town that celebrates both. And finally, Terry Wood goes from the water to the air with the push of a button. Find out how on At Your Leisure, Own the Outdoors.
Welcome to At Your Leisure. I'm Darren Kinder.
And I'm Chad Booth, and we have a very special show for you today. Darren and I, in our valued senior judge, decided,
Or lack of.
we are going to enter a competition, a downhill Jeep competition, a very unique one. So we are getting ready to prep. Of course, our Jeep's going to have a lot of really special modifications for this race.
It's dangerous, and you're going to try and modify my Jeep?
Yeah.
I'm out of here.
Hey, wait. Wrong Jeep, Darren. It's that one.
Oh.
The fourth quarter, the time is now. For the first three, dog, we just grind them down. Every man hold his own, play up pound for pound.
I hope Darren didn't pay too much. This is really not in as good a shape as I thought.
You always have to tear it apart before you fix it.
The goal here is to make sure that this doesn't happen on the hill. Well, we want to keep the body together, Darren. We just got to get the windshield off. So, well, get rid of the doors too. We don't want stupid doors on our.
We need safety first.
We need doors.
Okay.
Yank that off of there. Throw that away. Well, we need to get these motors off it because they're going to slow us down. We need to go faster.
Bingo. Done. All you got to do is bust, see your hub.
Yeah.
Splines onto that.
Yep.
So we can get that white piece of plastic out.
We can cut that housing. We can cut that off.
Oh yeah, that's what we're talking about. So it's missing something though still.
Yeah, pink just doesn't do it for me.
That's the problem. So I think it should look cool. What's the coolest Jeep we know?
Our Jeep, of course.
There you go. All right, it needs to be blue.
Hit the block so good, but I'm rolling clean. Certified third coast and
We're going to put a last coat of wax on this. I think we can pick up another couple of miles per hour.
Whatever we got to do, we got to get every ounce.
And we're going to head on down to the track. Right now, we're going to send you to a place that's known for tracks, Helper. So while it has a railroad history, it's become a great ATV destination, has a lot of fun for outdoor recreationists. Helper also has one dimension you can add to a weekend. It's called art.
Thanks, guys. Now, while you're having fun getting ready for the Barbie Jeep race, I'm really excited to see how you do, by the way. I am here in central Utah at a small town, actually a very small town, where you wouldn't expect to have a festival of this caliber. I'm at the Helper Arts and Music Festival, and I'm going to show you all about this town, the history and the adventure that's right on the doorstep.
When a painter puts brush to canvas, creating beauty where there was once nothing, you can't help but feel gratitude for the human spirit and inspired by the talent on display. Now imagine those feelings permeating an entire town, and you have Helper, Utah, a hamlet on Highway 6 north of Price that is experiencing a literal renaissance. Art, history, and adventure all merged together here and are celebrated equally today at an event that brings visitors from all over the world.
We're here at the Helper Arts Festival today, which is just one of the many events that the Carbon County Office of Tourism funds. We have a lot of artists, we have music going on all day, and this year, for the first time ever, we're also having a film festival.
You're going to see everything from cars, vintage cars, to film, to art, to fine art, paintings, music. There's everything here.
It may seem strange that a city with a history of railroad and coal mining would have a festival celebrating the arts, but from the founding of Helper, it has been a center for different cultures and new ideas.
By 1920, there were 27 languages that were spoken on Main Street in Helper. We had caught the second wave of American immigration, and that really established the culture of the town, because all these different groups brought their own culture. And so Helper is a fascinating place to live because you still have all those different cultural influences.
After the waxing and waning of coal and rail travel, Helper was in danger of crumbling away like so many other industrial towns built in the last century. Its location and charm won out, however, as artists began flocking to the downtown corridor for galleries and studios. Today, the changes and improvements are coming faster and faster as Helper runs headlong into the 21st century with eyes toward the future and the past.
Main Street has just recently been redone, for a lack of better words. Helper got a $20 million grant to help with the infrastructure in the city, and along with that we have repaved Main Street, and our beautification project is just now starting as well.
So we're planning to do fire pits along here, and then easier access into the businesses from the street, but also have gardens and native plants with some of the beautiful indigenous boulders. There's just something very, very special about the architecture that really is quite pristine. It hasn't been destroyed, and the scale is perfect, and we want to enhance that.
One thing that doesn't need to be improved about Helper is the landscape. The natural beauty is one of the features that has brought people to this area over the years, and it continues to this day. The Price River is the center point of local recreation, with nature trails and historic markers popping up all over, along with swinging bridges that cross the water and add character to any journey through town. The Western Mining and Railroad Museum on the south end of Main Street is another fun stop, where you find so much history and opportunities to interact with the past in fun and interesting ways. As you step outside the city limits, your options expand exponentially, however, and the real adventure can begin.
Carbon County is the place to be. We're a very diverse place. There's something for everyone, literally.
We have everything from mining and railroad museums and history, and great ATV tours where you'll see coke ovens, wild Mustang herds. You can see pictographs and petroglyphs at the end of 9 Mile Canyon.
And over the last 5 years, Carbon County has created one of the most fabulous trail systems for off-road vehicles. And you can travel the entire breadth of Carbon County with all of its book cliffs, and we must have at least 4 or 5 different climates in this county.
So when you come to Carbon County, please visit our Office of Tourism and Visitor Center. We're located off the first exit in Price, and you can find all the information at castlecountry.com. When you come to our office and mention "at your leisure," you'll receive a $5 cash card. It's good at restaurants, gas stations, and different venues in the area. So everybody in your group gets a $5 cash card when you mention "at your leisure."
From the art festival to the opportunity to explore, Helper encapsulates something special about the West. Here, painters looking for inspiration thrive alongside ATVers in search of excitement on the trail. It's a culture unlike anything else you'll find. And the best part is that everyone is welcome to come in and stop for a while or forever.
That's what I love about here, is just the diversity of things to do and all the different ethnic backgrounds and the different people.
It's this interplay of culture and history that I think makes Helper really unique.
And that is Helper, Utah, one of the most amazing places you can possibly visit here in the West, and it's a ton of fun. I know I've had a great day today, and you will too if you come out here and make this your next destination. So much adventure, so much beauty. And as we mentioned, if you go into the offices in Price, the tourism office, and you mention "at your leisure," you can get those $5 gift cards. So it's a little bit of a savings. Bring your family down here and enjoy. It's right off of Highway 6, and it's only about an hour and a half from Salt Lake, so it's an easy drive to make. Well, I'm Stephen Heumann for At Your Leisure. We need to take a commercial break, but when we come back, we'll have this week's product review.
Welcome to Castle Country, a land as diverse as its people, and a rural area that relies on responsible use of the land. Here, you will find adventure at every turn. From mountain peaks to sun-swept deserts, Castle Country has it all.
It's inches off the ground. It's open-air freedom. It's remarkably powerful. It's totally unique. It starts at $21,199. It's Slingshot. Pure driving fun.
Let's be honest, you don't know much about Beaver County. Well, let me tell you about it. It's the birthplace of outlaw Butch Cassidy and inventor Philo T. Farnsworth. Some of the best skiing in Utah is at Eagle Point. You've got camping, Canyon Breeze Golf Course, Crusher and the Tushers, Beaver Territorial Courthouse, snowmobiling, renewable energy, Pioneer Car Show, Squeaky Cheese, Ghost Towns to explore, best water in the country, Paiute ATV trails, Old Frisco Kilns, horse racing, hunting, fishing, and it's a good place to live. Beaver County, mountains of fun. I could tell you more, but why don't you come and see it for yourself?
I'm Darren Kinder, and our product review today is the brand new Yamaha 1000 YXZ Sport Shift, or SS. Now, it's a manual transmission, but they've taken the clutch away. How does that work? Well, it's pretty cool, actually. Simply put your foot on the brake, put it into drive or reverse, and give it gas. And then it acts similar to an automatic because there is no clutch. As you get moving down the road, you just have to click the upshift on the paddle shifter or the downshift. Now, it will automatically drop down in gears, so if you forget the downshift, it'll kind of do it on its own. The other unique thing that it does, if you want to rev up the motor and get a few more RPMs up, say you're trying to climb a hill and get going, you can actually pull in both of the paddle shifters at the same time, give it additional fuel, and the thing will have a much higher RPM, and then you can let them both go, and the way the thing goes really fast. Now, the inside of this thing is very nice. Very compact. You've got your two-wheel drive and your four-wheel drive button. I like the way they have a big cubby box here, and then the two drink holders are down low, so if they happen to spill, they spill on the floor instead of all over you and everything else in the cab. Now, the fit and finish on this Yamaha is spectacular. The doors are really clean. Everything on this machine fits beautifully. Nice roof on it, all from the factory. You don't have to buy something aftermarket for it. One of the things that I really like, though, is the shocks on this thing. It comes with Fox Podium shocks, fully adjustable coilovers. You've got massive A-arms that travel almost all the way to the center of the machine. 16.2 inches of travel on this front end, almost 13 inches of ground clearance. So when you get this thing out in the bumps, it's really going to be able to absorb it. The other nice thing is it comes standard with electric power steering on the machine, so it's really easy to drive and control. Now, if you go with the SE model, which is the special edition, it comes standard with bead locks on it and even more adjustability in those front shocks. Now, in the rear of the machine, you've got a double wishbone suspension, independent with the Fox Podium shocks on it as well, but you've got 17 inches of travel in the rear of the machine. Well, if you'd like to check out one of these new Yamahas, get into Stedman's out in Tooele. They've got these, the SEs, and a whole bunch of other four-wheelers to choose from. Well, I'm Darren Kinder. We'll see you next time.
They're here. Ranger XP 1000, the most powerful Ranger ever. General 4, the off-road's most popular new crossover. And Ride Command, connecting you like never before. See the best of 2017. Or grab a great deal on remaining 2016s. Get rebates up to $2,000 during the Polaris factory authorized clearance.
There's a little place on a Utah map where I was raised, where my heart's at, where the sagebrush grows wild and high, and the stars come out at night. Oh, place with a Ute reservation, skiing starvation, that Duchesne County life.
I'm Chris Haller, Utah Division of Parks and Recreation Off-Highway Vehicle Program Coordinator. And today we're here to talk about how you can protect your brain. A couple key things when selecting a helmet is to make sure that it's DOT approved and that you check the expiration date. Yes, helmets do expire. Typical expiration date is between 5 and 7 years. Visit our website at ohv.utah.gov for more helmet information. Utah State Parks, adventures for everyone.
Welcome back to ABC Wide World of Sports. Live coverage of the Barbie Ultimate Downhill Jeep Race here in Mendon, Utah. For At Your Leisure, I'm Chad Booth, and we are interviewing our own race driver team here with his new safety equipment, Darren Kinder, somewhere inside that jersey. Okay, talk about your gear, Darren. Talk about your safety gear.
We've got the motocross boots.
Yeah.
We got rollerblade pads on the knees and elbows.
Yeah.
Roost guard for my chest. Well, it's time to suit up, so let's go.
All right.
The event is pretty much simple. You just take the motors out of these plastic toys, and we're gonna roll them down this hill at a fast rate of speed. This is our second annual, and this is a fundraiser. 3/4 of the funds go to keeping public lands public, obviously. As a local group and a new local club, we decided to take 1/4 of the funds and donate them to a local charity. Our racers have almost doubled. Our vendors, which last year I think we had 5 vendors, so obviously that has grown astronomically. And then our sponsors this year, we only had 4 or 5 sponsors last year too, and we have a ton of sponsors this year.
I think it's just fun because people are starving for good entertainment, and you don't have to go far. It doesn't cost a lot of money. You just come out here, have a good time. All the proceeds go to help Utah lands stay public all over the place.
I don't even think they care about the prize. I don't think they care about the trophies. I think it's all about bragging rights.
Riding a Barbie Jeep down a steep hill. It just takes a wild and crazy kind of guy, just someone who wants to have some fun.
Half crazy, 1/4 smarts, and the other 1/4 just a little bit more crazier than the first half. It's just a bunch of redneck fun.
They just want to see people crash. I mean, you watch NASCAR for what? You don't watch NASCAR to watch people go round and round and round and round. What do you watch NASCAR for? You watch NASCAR for the big crashes.
Ready to go! All right, just remember, aim for the tree.
Aim for the tree.
I know it sounds dumb, but aim for the tree.
Aim for the tree.
Like we talked about. All right, right now, we're going to talk about a different kind of flying because at that curve, Darren's most likely going to take air. But if you've ever been out on the water, you should try this.
Is there anyone who hasn't dreamed of flying at some time or another? You know, soaring over the landscape like Superman? If you had the chance to give flying a shot, would you? Would you take it? For most of human history, that thought was little more than a fantasy. But today, on the waters of Pineview Reservoir, just outside Ogden, Utah, it's more real than it's ever been. This is flyboarding, a sport that starts out on the water and takes you into the air.
I've been flyboarding since 2013, and I've competed in 2 World Cups and 2 national championships. I've placed pretty well in all of them. And so now I'm more into the coaching aspect, helping other people find a way to get into the industry.
As a professional flyboarder and an excellent teacher, Jordan Weymouth was the perfect coach to show Steve Heumann, Darren Kinder, and a couple of other first-time flyers how to get off the ground, so to speak.
He's really easy to talk to and really easy to get along with. Way nice. Way nice. Made me feel like I knew what I was doing when I got out there and like everything would be fine.
Yeah, I love teaching. It's one of my favorite things to do is get someone that's barely learning how to just stand up and fly around to doing backflips, double backflips, you know, spin flips, putting a contest run together. And hopefully one of these times one of my students can be up there on the podium. So that's what I look forward to.
Flyboarding was invented all the way back in 2012. And it quickly inspired acrobats and adrenaline junkies to strap on the boots and hit the air. Competition sprung up in places like Dubai and Qatar, where athletes from all over the world perform tricks, and they try to upstage each other. The sport quickly evolved with the introduction of the hoverboard. It uses the same mechanics, but on a snowboard-type configuration. And now, thanks to the increasing popularity of this invention, there's a new flyboard that has been designed with both newbies and experienced riders in mind. This board allows for higher altitudes and even more astounding tricks.
So the new Flyboard Pro Series is sweet. It's really fun. The bearings on the flyboard are now sealed, so there's more pressure. It's a lot lighter. It's a composite type material, and to test it, you can take a hammer and hit the nozzles and everything. Won't bend, won't break or anything like that. Whereas in the old one was aluminum, and you'd hit it with the hammer, and it would dent and ding and things of that nature. The cool part is it has independent feet. It's spring loaded, so your feet will only go a certain far and it'll come back to the neutral position, so that way you can maintain balance. Being a lot lighter, and you can go higher on it because there's a lot more pressure, and so it just adds a whole new element to the game.
After learning about the specs of the new board and reviewing some safety measures, Steve, Darren, and the gang are ready to fly.
I was really, really scared. I don't like water very much, and I was worried about falling, and it was awesome. It wasn't scary at all. Once I got out there, I was totally fine.
It's the closest I'll ever feel to being a real merman. It's never a fantasy I had, but probably will be one now.
I love flyboarding just because I love all the blank stares people give me when I'm up flying. A lot of people that haven't seen it, I think it's really cool to watch, and so it's a lot of fun to just entertain crowds, and that's where I love it. And I also love teaching people and watching them progress in the sport too.
If you're interested in learning some of the more advanced techniques, the ones that might win you a medal at the flyboarding competitions, Jordan offers his instruction at Pineview, and he's willing to take anyone out who wants to learn to stand on a column of water. Flight is normally beyond our reach, but once you have a flyboard under your feet, you'll feel like you're on top of the world. And you know, in a lot of ways, you will be. For At Your Leisure, I'm Terry Wood.
In 1946, Ray City started a business built on exploration and family. He made his customers a promise that they would always find a friend when they walked into a dealership with the name Ray City. Now, 70 years later, that promise is fulfilled every day. We're still all about exploration and family. 70 years is a long time, but we are just getting started. Come in and celebrate our huge anniversary sale. Ray City RV off Riverdale Road in Roy, serving your family since 1946.
When the road takes you farther than you knew possible, when the world is more beautiful than you've ever seen, when home is more comfortable than it should be, this is when you know you're in Kane County. The perfect mix of rural and urban, culture and adventure. Glendale, Orderville, Kanab, Bigwater, small towns with more to offer than just peace and quiet. Kane County, Utah. Find the new you.
Dominate every trail. Conquer any task. You need a machine that does it all. Introducing Polaris General. The General is the most powerful rec utility side-by-side ever made. The industry's deepest cargo box lets you haul and dump up to 600 pounds, and the revolutionary cockpit totally refines comfort and protection. Polaris General, ultimate versatility to win every battle.
In a place that is beyond words, there is nothing to be said, except take your time in Bryce Canyon country.
Welcome back to At Your Leisure. It is time for Darren. He's in the queue, and it's time for his race. We are ready to go. Kill him, buddy.
Thumbs up from both of you.
You're doing fine, Darren. Get back up.
That's why I lost the tire.
You just got to get across the finish line. You're doing fine, buddy. Oh, a little more to the right there. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
And I'm across the line!
In pieces, in pieces. How was it, Darren?
It was really good till I lost the rear axle.
We have a lot of stuff going on right now. First one is our calendar of events. It's Red, White, and Road time again.
Yeah! Love that. September 23rd and 24th in Torrey, Utah. You can go online anytime. It's up on our website. You can register right now. And if you pre-register, you save $10 on the registration.
On top of that, it's time for our lucky winner. Steve was out driving around and he found our winner this week. Check it out.
Hey AYL fans, Steve Schumann here. I found an AYL sticker. I'm out here in Tooele riding today. We got this one on the trailer, and here's the truck, as you can see. And the license plate number is X658XS. You are our winner this week. Give us a call at 801-947-8888. You are the winner of a Camp Chef stove.
It's Red Rock Adventure in 1 week as Chad celebrates the end of our 14th season of At Your Leisure on one of the most impressive ATV areas on Earth. Then Don Dunwell finds out how working the land and recreating on it are far more closely connected than we've ever imagined, as he meets one southern Utah farmer that is changing the way we think about agriculture and tourism.
Okay, it looks like a great show for next week. Darren is here at the first aid station.
Yeah, but not for me, for the Jeep. I'm doing good.
We're going to put a Band-Aid on it, go back up the hill. But that's all the time we have for you to be with us. Next year you should plan to be this event. But remember the one thing, there's adventure on every bend.
So get out and create your own at your leisure.
All right, let me jack this up. We had to pack one of these with us on the race in case we have to change tires.
An extra set of wheels.
This is the only sport where putting on weight is a good thing.
What about sumo wrestling?
I'm not familiar with sumo wrestling.
Hi, I'm Chad Booth from At Your Leisure. I hope you just enjoyed the YouTube video that you just watched. Now, remember, we come up with new videos like this every single week, so you might want to subscribe to our YouTube channel so you never miss a single story that we have out. Now, you can also share us with all of your friends on social media. Here's how to do it right here, and that way they can have fun too. If you want detailed information, we of course have our website, ayltv.com, and from there you can find out which television stations we broadcast on, so you never have to spend a day without your fix of family-oriented outdoor recreation adventure. Plus, don't forget we have really cool contests.